Everyday Mystic. And today I want to talk about why I love science. I love science because science asks questions. But when it asks questions and provides answers, it does so in a way that says, this is the truth as best as I know it right now. It's prepared to be wrong. It's prepared to have the truth challenged. It's prepared to have the truth redefined. It's prepared to say, this is the closest I can get to the truth at this moment in time, while still saying, but what if I'm wrong? But what if I'm wrong is a really important question. Not to be so fixed in our beliefs, not to be so entrenched in our views that we simply assume they're right without taking any time to examine them or to see if there's a better truth, to see if there's something out there that's more fitting, that works better. If I look at, let's take something biblical, just for fun. This is not Bible bashing. This is simply asking, can you see something in a different light? And it's also saying that the hypothesis that I'm putting forward is open to debate, is open to correction, and is open to being teased out. It's not closed. In the book of Leviticus, I suppose most people will know there are 10 commandments, except there aren't. There's actually 400 odd commandments. We just got the big ones written on 2 tablets of stone. After that came the whole of the law in Jewish terms. And the whole of the law governed every aspect of life, everything. Now, one of the aspects of life that got governed was a very simple one. It was to do with a man laying with a man. Uh-oh, we're in that territory, are we? We are indeed in that territory. Now, it said that a man shall not lay with a man, that is an abomination. And on the face of it, that would look to be fairly straightforward. Except for these days, there is an attempt to revise what that means through a better understanding of language, interpretation, translation. And the better attempt simply says that it may not have meant anything to do with gay people. It may not have at all. But that aside, let's just say, what if it did? What if it just meant gay people? That men should not lay with men. Okay, and it's an abomination. Why isn't it an abomination? What does it mean that it's an abomination? And why would the writer be so concerned with homosexuality that they decided that it needed its own rule? A full bit in the commandments, in the law, just for that. Well, let's look at when it was written. It was written to shepherd a group of people wandering in the desert. And that group of people was wandering in the desert for years and years. A nomad tribe, having skedaddled and run away from Egypt. Now, pretty much everything in a desert is designed to kill you. The days are too hot, the nights are too cold, there's no food, there's no water, and any plants or animals that are there are brutally designed for living in the environment. It's harsh, it's binary, it's an on off system. It's survive or die. You find your tribe there, so you write a set of laws that basically make sure that if the tribe follows this set of laws, they will survive the desert. And an awful lot of those laws center around human behavior that may or may not be good desert survival. Now, when it comes to homosexuality, if you were to take it that the average human in that situation has children, furthers the tribe, keeps the tribe's numbers up, and also when you get older, there's somebody to take care of you in the tribe. You don't become a burden on the resources of the tribe. Now, does it make more sense? Does it seem much more obvious that perhaps the only reason there was an abomination was that anybody who would put themselves above the needs of the tribe was seen as abominable? And the need of the tribe was survival. And survival, as we already said, is brutal. And so they dealt with these things brutally. The same could be said with the woman being unclean during her menstruation, and she had to sit outside the camp for that 7 days. Well, that's got less to do with the woman and more to do with the man. Because we as men, us wonderful males, we have a habit of taking risks. And one of the risks we take is that we put our penis in the strangest of places at the most inopportune times. And as a result, disease was possible. Hence, circumcision. Remove the foreskin, remove the potential for disease. Don't have sex with a woman during menstruation. Remove the potential for infection because your water supply is limited. Not for any other reason. So when I look around the world now, for most of us, water supply is pretty good. Hygiene is possible. We don't live in a desert anymore. Therefore, those rules pretty much don't apply. So perhaps we should reinvestigate the law and the Old Testament and simply say, was it of its time? Did it need to be revamped? Oh, wait. Somebody tried to revamp it, didn't they? Some guy, what was his name? That's right, Jesus, that guy. According to the Bible, Jesus came and he instilled a new set of teaching, where he generally said, love one another. And funny enough, he didn't say, anywhere that I've managed to read in his Bible, or in the accounts of his life, who you should love, or how you should love, as long as you loved. It seems to me that makes an awful lot of sense, because at that stage, tribes had settled. They were not nomadic. They lived by Galilee. They lived by rivers. So do we. I turn on a tap. I have water. I'm unclean. I have a shower. Even the most basic among us have access to that, to water, to clean ourselves. So maybe what we need to do is ask, what if? What if it's wrong? What if it's wrong to continue to look at a series of laws or a series of rules that were laid down for life in a nomadic tribe and not laid down for life in the 21st century? What if Jesus was right? What if the only thing that matters is love? Not who you love or how you love, but that you love. There we go. That's it for today. The main thing here is to just challenge our perceptions. Challenge what we know. Always be asking yourself, could I be wrong? If I'm wrong, I'm open to correction. It's the only way I'll learn. It's the only way any of us will learn. And we do have to learn. Have a good day.